at Pinemont and Anselon in Acres Homes, I believe. I'm not sure if Pinemont qualifies as Acres Homes or Garden Oaks, but it's not the best neighborhood. Anyway, and I'm hungry, so I am eating my sourdough jack. So, but I went on a pancakes, guys, in that thrift store. I had a whole buggy, aka shopping cart, full of stuff when I checked out. It cost about as much as 1 week's grocery bill, but I'm okay with that. I got a purple leather jacket. I got things by Talbots. I got name brands. I got Gloria Vanderbilt. I got just all kinds of stuff, and I'm really, really excited. I got a ton of cute purple things. I love purple. So, it was a day well spent. No. I forgot to bring my wallet, which is in the inside pocket of my vest at home. So, I did mess up there. But Jack in the Box has to have to pay, Gordon Foods has to have to pay, and thank you Jesus, Value World had to have to pay. I would have hated to put that stuff back. So after I did the thrift shop, I got it loaded on the buggy, and the buggy is like teetering now. I've got so much junk, so I'm just going to go home after this. Then I went to Gordon Foods, and I'm looking around, and I'm kind of hungry, and which wasn't smart. I should have brought a snack. But I realized, Whole Foods, real foods, what here is going to work for me. So I got a giant thing of butter. I got a giant thing of cream cheese. I got a large bag of regular shredded cheese. I got a 30-count thing of eggs. I got pre-cooked sausage patties. I can do so much with that, guys. I can live on that for weeks if I had to. So I'm very, very happy I got that. And real food is not going to mess me up. This is just a cheat day, basically, And it is delicious. I have no regret. Interestingly enough, for me, I don't. Oh no, thank you. I like hot and humid, but thank you, Matt. Like when you step in the sauna or you open the oven, and it blasts you. That's like what it's like almost every day here. It's beautiful. So, no regrets on this. So, yeah. So I'm gonna go home now, and I've got a Walmart delivery coming later with some like non-perishable stuff. They're just gonna leave it on the porch, like cat food, cat litter, some supplements for me, a few things like that. Snacks for work, like little raisins and stuff. But it seems so obvious, guys. I have a choice about what I eat, and I have a choice about what I pay to eat. I don't have to pay to eat something that's processed and full of trans fatty acids and God knows what that's getting me a headache the next day. Oh wow, I got a bunch of people. Hi guys. And Jumbo Jack. I'm not generally a big Jack in the Box fan, but I do love the sourdough Jack. Sorry, sourdough Jack. This will probably be a fun outing for me the next time I come to Value World and get the do some shopping. But I have so many clothes now. I'm gonna be washing them for a week, but I'm really, really happy with what I got. I didn't really get any dresses, but I got some cute skirts that are very flexible for work because it's hot, guys. And if it feels like 120 out there, I don't want anything on my legs. But we have a dress code, and I can wear like a long skirt, but that's about it. But I don't want to wear long pants in this weather. No. So This, this is really, really good. I haven't had one of these in a while, years, I think. But, you know, I didn't want to lug the buggy and everything up to, well, I didn't want to sit at the bus stop for half an hour because I just missed the bus. I saw it. I was on the wrong side of the street, so that's my fault. And, you know, if I got to wait a half hour, I might as well be stuffing my face, so. It was really good. And, I said something without sugar. Let's see what they gave me. Unsweet iced tea, which is fine. I like unsweet iced tea, you know, really hot. They like this anyway, and it's got a lot of ice in it too. Ooh. Now, with a lot of these neighborhoods, they have to be careful about who they let in the door. Both Value World and the Gordon Foods have a lockdown on their bathrooms, and I 100% understand it. I didn't even ask to use the bathroom until after I had already paid for my food. And, you know, because when I walk in with the buggy and my baseball hat, just wearing casual clothes and old sneakers, they don't know who I am. Oh, well, thank you, Don. One really big thing is just to like, look at, why do you want to do it? That's one thing God was working with me on. Why do you want to eat that? You know, why? Because you're sad, because you're scared, because you're tired. I pick at my fingers a lot when I'm tired. And I realized there were a couple things. If my hands are dry and I'm tired, then I'm going to start picking at it. So I try to have a lot of, you know, lotion on them at all times. And I start picking at it just to, you know, stop and just say, I'm tired. I just need to rest. And if possible, get a little rest. So, you know, you can't always do that. Now, there used to be an old supplement called 5-HTP that they recommend for quitting smoking, but don't take that if you're taking Wellbutrin. And Wellbutrin can be good for stopping smoking, but when I stopped the Wellbutrin, I lost like 50 pounds. So, you know, you need to look at that too. So, but, oh, this is a sourdough jack from Jack in the Box. The fries were too hot, but this is perfect. And it's mayo and ketchup on toasted sourdough, a beef patty, cheese, and I think it had bacon, and a slice of tomato, and that's it. It's perfect. So I got the medium combo, but the fries looked like a large to me, so maybe they did an upskip size. I don't know. I didn't ask, but you know. But and then you know, I'm pretty much done for the day once I eat this. And I'm gonna try to eat more beef now that I'm donating blood again. And they had signs all over the blood center. It was so sad. Please take your iron, take your iron, take your iron. Please take an iron supplement. You know, so I'm doing that too now. So I didn't need to the last couple of years, but I'm gonna do that again. So, but because I believe personally, I have kind of a weird blood type. They're always happy to see me. So it's important to go and donate. Because I'm healthy. I live a very, very boring life. I mean, this is as crazy as I get. Going to the thrift store and eating a hamburger on the way home. So, you know. So, it was so sad, some of the questions they were asking for the screening. It was just, wow. So, you know. Now, we're going to start on curly fries. Look at that. So, what I like to do is like tip it sideways. You tip it without tipping it on the floor. Camera, okay. And eat off the paper and not the table, because they just brought it in a bag, and I think kind of encourage people to leave. So, but curly fries. I haven't had curly fries in ages. Now, my first job where I had to get my social security number was a Carl's Jr., and they had a waffle fry that was pretty good. But they only gave us half off when we were working. When my husband and I opened a deli together, we had a policy. You could eat anything on the menu on your break while you were working, but you couldn't take the food home with you. So that worked very well. So, but I always thought that was a fair policy. And it didn't really mess with our cost of goods much after the first, week or so. Most of them would just like make a turkey sandwich every day. So. And they're probably going to eat it anyway, so. Especially if we weren't around, so. But, yeah. We'll see how long it takes me to get my blood sugar up again. But I'm pretty hungry. So. Now, for like proteins for coming up, I have like a lot of like meat, liver, lentils in the freezer. I have a little bit of sausage at home. I have the sausage patties. I have the eggs. I have an illegal amount of cheese. I might get like some bacon delivered. So I could have like a meat liver breakfast. That would be good. I like scrambled egg type dishes, but I don't know how it's going to heat up. But I'll try. And I might go with a little sweet potato on the side too. So we'll see. But and that's the only fry I eat at home is sweet potato fries or like a roasted sweet potato. A friend at work had extensive oral surgery, and she had to eat very soft foods for about a month or two. And I was bringing a roast sweet potato every day to eat, so she liked that. And it has tons of, vitamin A, antioxidants, fiber, all around good for people. So. I hope they're missing me at work. I'm one of those jobs where they don't ever say they appreciate me. And I'm small enough that I hope they're missing me real bad right about now. So we'll see. There's a dude in the corner staring at me, which is very disturbing. No, if I were by myself, I'd probably start playing my gospel metal or something on the speaker, but I'll be okay. But I don't think I'd want to be down here late at night. It's fine in the middle of the day. On weekdays. And this is why I like to be off during the week, It's Wednesday, so, not a real high crime time, so. Sadly, they don't have any kind of median that I could work with. It's very, very narrow median, and they recently passed an ordinance that you basically can't do any business on a median if it's less than 6 feet wide. So, I try to abide by the law, so that wouldn't work for me. But my other venues are very they conform to all that, so nobody really wants to be there except the Nation of Islam. Last year I had a little beef with them, but they took off. So. And now they're a terrorist organization, so I don't think they can come back. But it is interesting to see what people get sucked into. And I think one of the most terrible things that a cult can do is they go after somebody when they're at their most vulnerable. And I really feel like, especially like with dating for me, that God put this huge hedge of protection around me and just kept away all the bad guys for years and years and years until I got my head together. And so I wouldn't get exploited or end up in another bad relationship. Because that happens a lot. I think you go from one bad scene into another, and that's pretty much what happened with me growing up to my husband. So I didn't have any kind of boundaries, and he picked that up pretty quick. So. Yeah, I can hardly wait to do a live video with me showing off all this stuff. So many cute things. So. I don't know a lot about like the editing and things on this. I just generally just stick my phone up in a corner and start talking. But my brother actually has a business, filmmaking. I'm sure he would be horrified at some of these. I have fun. And yeah, my dad is worried because we haven't left the information for my flights to California from my sister. But my sister is the oldest child, and she's very, very responsible. And she doesn't want to be the one that screwed things up, so Heather couldn't come visit. So, yeah, it'll happen. But I did hear there were straight trips both ways, which would be nice. But I would figure something like that, like whenever I go out, I have appointments, people I need to meet and speak to. And like the last day or two, it's just been sharing testimony. I haven't really brought any candy or anything. And I think that's what God wants me to do, and not just to be so focused on being the candy lady, but just to, love everybody that's in my circle. So and share my faith, and And I kept saying that at the thrift. God is so good. God is so good. He's giving me all these clothes. I can afford this. This is so wonderful. Thank you, God. Now a small witness can make a big impact on somebody. So it's not always about giving out tracts or Bibles. It's just being a light, as that guy told me. So I'm trying to keep an eye peeled. There are some, I'll call them recipients in the neighborhood. So there was one woman shouting at me across the street, but I'm not real worried about her. But my bus stop when I finish here is just basically across Pinemont, so I don't have to go back across Antorn. And then when I got off the bus, the buggy and I have to go across Antorn, but it shouldn't be too bad. Right. 5 or 6 in the evening, it can be a real pain, but middle of the afternoon, it shouldn't be a problem. I think I'm going to eat the whole thing on the fries. Card manager is going to have a baby over this one. But I'm going to burn some carbs taking that boogie home. That bad boy is loaded. No. It's packed pretty good, but it doesn't look like sloppy, so. And I don't have a lot of bungees holding everything down, so. Now I got a twin. And I never eat it. This might be an option. Everybody's running a hairnet, so, it looked like a clean operation, so. I'm gonna have a couple more fries left, so then when I'm done, I'm gonna pack it in and go catch my next bus, so. The interesting thing is in this part of town, there's actually two buses that go north. One goes part way to my destination, the other one goes all the way. But last time I just got on the first one, got out of here basically, and then waited further out for my next bus. So that's gonna work okay. I was hoping maybe working a trip to Dollar Tree, but that's not gonna happen today because there's just way too much stuff on my buggy. I'm not even gonna try. So. Plus, I have 30 raw eggs in a shoulder bag, insulated shoulder bag with my pack that I need to get home. And I'm a little concerned about getting them home safely. I want to just make it a straight trip of it, if at all possible. I think I just ran over the curb here, getting out. I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to look even. If some people catch you looking, they consider it staring and consider it disrespectful, and there's a strong response. So we're not going to do that. But that's it. Okay, I'm going.